Mira and the Moonlit Key. Mira was a curious 8-year-old girl who lived in a small village by the edge of a green forest, and every morning she helped her grandmother water the bright flowers and feed the chickens before school, and every evening she and her best friend Arda ran to the riverbank to watch the sunset paint the sky in soft pinks and golds. But one clear spring night, after Mira finished her chores, she heard a soft voice calling her name from the forest's edge, so she crept closer, with Arda and their puppy Pip at her heels, and saw a tiny silver key glowing on a mossy stone under the old oak tree. So she picked it up with trembling fingers and felt a warm tingle in her palm, even though she was a little afraid, and when she showed it to Arda, the oak's leaves rustled as if in welcome. "Follow me to the hidden garden," the voice whispered, and Mira knew she must be brave and help. Early the next morning, before dawn, they packed a small satchel with 2 cheese sandwiches, 2 bottles of water, Mira's worn wool scarf, Arda's flashlight, a small compass, and the silver key wrapped in soft cloth, then promised Mira's grandmother they would return by midday, and slipped quietly past the sleeping cottages into the forest, where ferns brushed their ankles and birds greeted the sunrise with gentle songs. As they walked, the silver key pulsed softly in Mira's hand to guide them along a narrow deer trail dotted with wildflowers, until they reached a fallen log blocking the way, and under it found a tiny hedgehog tangled in old fishing line. So Mira knelt in the moss to untangle its spines, while Arda held the flashlight to light their work. And when the hedgehog scampered free, the key glowed green and revealed a little green crystal at their feet, which Mira tucked safely into her pocket. On they went until a clear stream sang over smooth stones, and there Arda caught a stranded fish in his hands and carried it back to deeper water, while Mira held the key aloft, and when the fish swam away, the key pulsed blue and left a pale blue gem on a rock, which Arda placed into their bag. Next they climbed a gentle hill carpeted with daisies, where they found a young rabbit caught in thorny twigs. Working together they cleared the twigs and guided it back to its burrow, and the key glowed yellow and dropped a golden stone at Mira's feet. They paused under an ancient pine to share sandwiches and water, while Pip drank from a small pool, and Arda sketched the 3 crystals, green, blue, and gold, in his notebook with the words kindness, help, and care underneath. Then they followed their compass deeper into the wood, where the trees made tall shadows and the air smelled of pine. Soon they came upon a mossy stone wall with a low wooden door carved in leaf and star patterns and no handle. But when Mira slid the silver key into a crescent-shaped lock, the door swung open silently to reveal the secret garden bathed in moonlight, where pale flowers glowed like lanterns and a stone fountain stood dry at the center. A soft, kind voice drifted from the still air, "Welcome, brave friends. My garden sleeps without its water. Please restore its heart with the stones you carry." One by one Mira and Arda placed the green, blue, and gold crystals into carved basins around the fountain, and at once a gentle trickle began and grew into a steady silver stream that filled the bowl and overflowed to the surrounding flowers, making each blossom open wide in thanks, while fireflies rose to dance in shimmering clouds over the petals. The voice whispered again, "Thank you for your courage and kindness. Because of you my garden will bloom forever." And from the fountain's heart floated a single silver seed into Mira's hand, pulsing warmly, as the voice added, "Take this seed where hope is needed." With hearts full of joy they closed the wooden door behind them, which melted back into the stone wall, and they retraced their steps past the pine and the hill and across the stream, replacing each rescued creature safely and returning each crystal to its resting place so that only kind hearts could find them again. By the time they reached their village, the church bell was chiming noon, and their families ran with worried smiles to greet them, and Mira held out the silver seed and told her grandmother every detail of the hidden garden, the glowing fountain, and the dancing flowers, and her grandmother kissed her forehead and said, "Your kindness has brought magic home." That afternoon they planted the silver seed beside the old stone well in the village square and watered it gently. And the next morning all the villagers awoke to find a tiny silver sprout glowing in the sunshine. Neighbors gathered in wonder to taste the fountain's new silver water, and children laughed and played beside the young sprout, celebrating how kindness and courage can open secret doors and bring hope to the world.